All right, I've seen a bunch of information about how to get these rebtechs up and running for Nvidias, and I thought I'd give my own shot at explaining how to get a rebtech from factory reset. By the way, if you ever need a factory reset, this is the CMOS jumper right here. Just move that, make sure you're powered off, like it's powered on right now, but power off, move that jumper to the other side, and let it sit for a few seconds, and then move it back, and then power back on, and you should have factory reset. So I've already done that to this one, and I will be turning it on. And then to get into BIOS, I have a tiny little screen that's got a weird power on mode, but there you just saw. I'll do it one more time in case that went by really fast. 5, 6, 7, 8. And we'll try again. Powering on. The screen should come up with the cards. So this is a factory setup. I'm going to hit escape to go into here. I'm going to go down to the setup utility, which is basically the BIOS. Go to advanced. So to get it working on Nvidia cards, all you have to do is come to video and you move your primary video adapter to external, and then disable the Radeon dual graphics, and then that's already disabled, which is fine. And do not change this. Do not force disable your integrated GPU. If you do, you're going to have to factory reset again with that. So if you do that, then you won't get any output from here, and it'll be very hard to work with. And that's all you need to get Nvidia support. And I could save these settings right here. But there's one other thing you can do to change. If you want 2080 support, here I have a 2080 sitting right here. If you want to enable 2080 support, you have to do one more thing. The catch is, if you do it, you won't be able to use, I have not been able to use more than 6 PCI slots. Here I have 6 plugged in. One of them is blank on the bottom there. So that setting is down under, I think it's chipset configuration. I forget where it is. No. I do like to change this setting. This is an optional one. I like to put it to the last state. I don't always like it powering on whenever I do it. And then CPU related, no. USB chipset, no. I am spacing on where it is. I think it's PCI. There we go. There's a PCI Express. It's on the PCI Express. This is the setting. This is enabled by default. 64-bit bar is enabled, disabled. Address. Bar has made the news recently about resizable bars, addressable something or another. But it is enabled by default. The factory setting is enabled. And if you want 2080 support and you're okay with using only 6 ports, then go ahead and set this to disabled. I, on this particular one, don't want 2080 support, and I do want the option of using all 8 ports, so I'm going to re-enable it. I think this is kind of the equivalent of the 4 gigabyte above 4G option. It's kind of related. So anyway, the default on that is enabled. Only set that to disabled if you want 2080 support. Some people were seeing that if you leave that by default, it won't boot if you have a 20 series card. 20 series, not just 2080. If you have this enabled and a 20 series card, RTX 20 series card plugged in, it won't boot. But if you enable that, it will boot. You may just not get video. So here, I will leave that enabled because I don't want 20 series support. F10 to save, and I'll save. And now, when you boot, it'll still output video through the integrated graphics at boot time, but then it's going to switch over and only output video to the external graphics, which is this one right here, this HDMI port, space to boot, supposedly. But you know, I don't really know what that BIOS setting does, because I clearly see output on the integrated graphics even though I have disabled it. So yeah, this is Hive running, and it'll see the two Nvidia cards attached, and it'll start mining. Show it right here on the screen. Can't see it, but yeah, Nvidia info. Nvidia dash INFO. Oh, because haha, yeah, that helps. Yeah, spaced out there. When you do set that and you do everything and you save your settings, you should probably power off. And then plug in your two graphics cards. Or however many. You could do this test with only one, but I was seeing I got false confidence when I did just one, and only when you start enabling more than one do you actually get confident that things are working. And then I got overconfident and I put 8 in when I had the 64-bit bar disabled, and it wouldn't boot. Still some things to play with for sure. So power on, and you'll see the BIOS come up for the integrated graphics, I believe. And if you don't, it's no big deal. You'll be able to browse to your device and it should be working fine. Now I could unplug from here carefully and plug into here. Carefully. And I don't expect the output there. I could try the other video card and see if that one's working. Always risky moving these things around. There it is. So it came back up on this video card. So I guess I just had the wrong one. I thought that would be this is the long cord. That's the short cord, the long cord, that's that one. That one's in port number 2, which I assume is the bottom port. So anyway, it's outputting on that one. And here's our 2. It's only seeing 1 for some strange reason. I may not have gotten the other one inserted enough. Try that again. Yeah, it is only seeing 1. Let's try one more time. I'm going to set this here. That way I make sure those cables are nice and secure. Powering off. Just making sure that they're in. Alright. I believe they're in securely. Powering up. that's this one that is plugged into, which is in. It's only showing one. It's possible that I bumped this one while recording a video, of course. Yeah, it works. I factory reset it. Here, I'll power this thing off. I factory reset it with both of them working, and of course, as things go, we'll start one more time. Making sure all these are powered off. I reset my risers in case I bumped it. Hands in. Hands in. Powered up. Powered up. That one I'm not going to touch. It was fine. I could always swap the two. One more time. Let's see which video output it's choosing. It's moved, so something about this one's not being seen. But yeah, we can take another take of this video and get it working again. It was working before I started recording this video. So, but that's how you do the settings. It should work for you on multiple cards. I have to go figure out why this one isn't seeing multiples. Alright, thanks for watching.